Yeah, so back again. So I've done a few vlogs and it's been a really interesting and an amazing experience actually. I've learned so much. I've really gone deep into filmmaking, probably unnecessarily, quite honestly, but that's me, always jumping down another rabbit hole. And speaking about rabbit holes, so basically I found the whole process to be a lot of work, as it's work intensive. There is so much that goes into planning, creating, filming, lighting, writing the kind of storyline, the plot, the dialogue. This is even before you've even begun editing and doing all your cuts and jump cuts and L cuts, J cuts. So many things. It's just too much. Coming from a technical project management background, I've been in IT for over 30 years now. Better check that. What I've decided to do is basically automate as much as possible the creation of a vlog. Obviously the most important thing about a video is the human to human connection. So that's the bit that we definitely need to retain. But there's a lot of work that goes on. 80% of the work is not filming, and it's that bit that I want to try to automate. What I'm going to do is basically break down the structure of a vlog into its constituent elements, and then we are going to try to incorporate various automation technologies, yes, including AI, to try to automate as much as possible 80% of the production of a vlog. The reason I'm doing this is basically for myself, because my intention is to upload and publish one of these vlogs every day. Now, the previous vlog actually took me probably about a month of work to complete and to get to the stage where I was ready to publish it. And granted, a lot of that time was actually me going into the learning process, learning how to use the editing software, Final Cut Pro, and learning all the techniques and basically getting myself up to speed on the whole process. But I've done that now, and we're ready to move to the next process. So my initial thought was, how can we actually improve on this process? How can we increase the efficiency and hopefully automate as much of it as possible? So my specialisation has always been automation. So instantly, as soon as I got to this problem, I started thinking to myself, how can we automate video production as much as possible? Especially nowadays when we've got technologies like AI to assist us. And even though that, I'd put so much work into that previous video, and I was so pleased with how it turned out. But even so, the views were still pretty low. That got me thinking that really what you need, one of the most important elements of a YouTube channel, is to have an underlying topic that is really interesting to people, that they want to watch. You can't just produce any old video and expect people to want to watch this. Hi guys, I'm in bed. Drop a comment if you think I should get up today or not. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really needed to deep dive into the psychology of the click. Oh god, I hate that. And one thing that there's this phrase that they use, the attention economy. And previously, it didn't even mean anything to me. It was just like a marketing buzzword. But having uploaded a few videos now, it's not just that. It was like when I was trying to get friends and family to watch my videos, and experiencing some of the resistance. It was then that it really got me thinking into this whole attention economy thing. And that was, that concept is why it's so crucial to get the underlying topic for the channel nailed and spot on. So yeah, I would say the first part of this problem, or the way I'm going to tackle it, is to analyze what goes into making up a video. Each of those tiny, minuscule elements which could create or constitute a property of a particular element, and categorize them and come up with a structure and a framework that can be optimized and ultimately automated to make video production more efficient and faster, because, as I said, what I want to do is to produce one video a day. And with all the different elements that go into making up a high quality video, I really don't see that that is possible, certainly not for one person working on their own. So that is, the driving force behind what we're doing here. It's to make people, or allow people like me, to be able to produce video content more frequently than is currently possible. So the first thing that I went into looking for is the most basic building blocks that go into making up a video. And at the very bottom are 3 elements of a story, simply the beginning, the middle and the end. And there's a rough ratio which is 25% for the beginning, 50% for the middle and 25% for the end. So that gives us our initial structure to start working with. So going beyond that, I found something that they call the hero's journey story arc. It's a 12-section framework which is already proven. It's used in movies like Star Wars, basically everything, Indiana Jones. Pretty much every movie that you've ever seen uses this format. So what I've done is mapped each of those 12 sections from the hero's journey into our 3 parts, beginning, middle and end. So really that's where I am at the moment. Each of those 12 sections can have attributes. So where I've got up to at the moment, I've got that basic structure is created a JSON file, and within that JSON file are all the it's the structure and all the attributes for each individual piece of work which the creator will end up having to do at the end of this process. So what is the intended end result? So initially what I'm going to get is at the beginning of the day I will click my button or whatever, run my script, and I'll get a list which is a work list. So a list of actions which I have to take to complete the video. So 80% of the work by this point would have been done. All the dialogue, the scripts, everything like that is done. But yeah, so that's basically as far as I've got so far. So what I'm going to be doing, or the plan now, is to every day I will create a new video explaining what I've done for the day with associated visuals, whatever I can get done in a day, and I will upload that video on a daily basis, 5 times a week. So that's my commitment. So yeah, I really do hope you find this journey interesting and you follow along. Yeah, so here we go. See you tomorrow.